Hey everyone, it's Laura here from Making Cards is Fun, and today I'm going to be making a card for the Simon Says Wednesday challenge blog. This week's challenge is called Emboss It, and we're all featuring embossing folders. So I'm going to be using an embossing folder from Lifestyle Crafts, and I'm going to do some dry embossing on a clear acetate card from Hero Arts. So I'm going to start with that. So I'm using an acetate card from Hero Arts. These are folded, so you don't need to score them anymore. So this is an embossing folder from Lifestyle Crafts, and I can't remember what's it called, but I will link it in the YouTube description, and I will also link it on my blog. So I'm going to emboss this pattern onto the acetate card. Okay, so I'm going to use some post-it tape to keep this together. And then I'm going to take my big shot so I can emboss the pattern. Okay, so I have my big shot over here, and now I'm going to start embossing the acetate card. Okay, so now I'm going to take off my post-it tape, and I'm also going to take off the embossing folder. There we go. Okay, so now we have the pattern of the embossing folder on this acetate card, and as you can see, it's it's like totally warped over here, but that's really not a problem. I'm just going to put it underneath some books, or you can also put it underneath a heavy box or something. So yeah, so I'm just going to put it under my box of paper pads. Okay, so now I'm going to do some die cutting, and I'm first going to die cut a circle out of Shellos paper from Hero Arts, and I'm going to use the Circle Stackables die cuts from Lawn Fawn. And I'm going to use this size of circle, and I'm going to take my paper, and then I'm just going to die cut this circle. Okay, so I just die cut the circle, but I'm going to do just a little bit more die cutting, and I'm going to use the Talk Bubbles 2 die cut set from Simon Says Stamp. And I'm going to die cut this little cloud. And I want it to be an acetate, a vellum cloud, so I'm going to use some vellum from Bazzill. And I'm also just going to run that through my Big Shot machine. Okay, so I have my little cloud, and I'm going to do some stamping on there. I have my stamp somewhere here, and I also have my washi tape. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, so I want this hello greeting on the talk bubble, and this is the hello stamp from Savvy. So I'm going to emboss the sentiment on here with white embossing powder. So I'm going to use some flour like I did last time. This is a little trick that I learned from Malini, and she shared this tip on Twitter. So I'm going to add some flour on here. And then I'm going to stamp the hello greeting on here with Versamark ink. Okay, I want my sentiments to be completely straight, so I'm going to use a Stamp-O-Magic so that I can place the greeting where I want. And I'm using an Hero Arts ink, but you could use any ink for this. Okay, and then I'm going to take a baby wipe so I can clean off my stamp. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp the hello greeting on there with Versamark ink. There we go. And now I'm going to use some bright white embossing powder from Wow Embossing Powder. And I'm going to sprinkle the embossing powder on my greeting. I'm going to heat up my sentiment. Okay, so I'm going to create a little hill, and I'm going to use some washi tape from Simon Says Stamp. So I'm just going to adhere a couple of strips on this piece of cardstock. I'm going to adhere about, I think, about 3 strips. And there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to draw a hill on the back of the paper, and then I'm going to cut that out with my scissors. I'm going to use some Tumble Mono adhesive to adhere that piece on the circle. And there we go. And I'm just going to cut off the excess with my scissors as well. Oh, and as you can see, I needed another row of washi tape, so I'm just going to do that right now. Enamel to go on the hill, and I'm going to use the little the cute sheep from the Missing You stamp set from Hero Arts again. I'm going to stamp it with Memento Tuxedo black ink, and I'm going to use Simon Says Stamp heavyweight cardstock for the coloring. There we go, and then I'm just going to stamp that. So I'm going to start coloring the little sheep, so I'm going to speed this part up a little bit. Okay, so I'm done with the coloring right now, so I'm just going to set this aside so it can just dry a little bit. I'm already going to adhere the hello greeting on here. I'm just going to take my stamp so I can see where I need to position this. So I think I will put my little sheep over here, and then I'm going to adhere the clouds over here. Okay, so I'm going to use some dimensional adhesive, and I'm going to cut it to really thin pieces. And then I'm going to pick one of these pieces up with my tweezers, and I'm going to put it behind one of the letters. So maybe over here, and then also one over here. Okay, so now I'm going to embellish this piece. I'm going to use the Kate & Co. Oxford Lane Enamel dots from My Mind's Eye. I'm going to adhere a white one behind the clouds. And then a yellow one. No, I'm going to take a smaller one. I'm going to adhere the yellow one on the cloud. And then a bigger one, a green one, also behind the clouds. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to cut out the sheep. Okay, so I'm going to use some dimensional adhesive to adhere the sheep on the card. And then I'm going to add some glitter on his fur. Okay, so I still need to adhere this on the acetate card. So it's just flattened out already. And I'm going to cut this to 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, so I'm just going to use some of my Tombow Mono adhesive to adhere it on the card. And there we go. Okay, so that finishes up the card for today. Now, if you would like to send this card to someone, then I would definitely recommend to die cut another circle, and then you just adhere the circle over here so that the adhesive just won't show anymore. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I will be back Saturday with a new Saturday STEM Day video. Bye!